Libra, how you doing? So we're here to do a channeled lot of messages for you. This is not a tarot reading, but there is something to do with tarot towards the end, so I will explain then. But there seems to be a lot of explaining to do. I'm hearing that you're going to have to do a lot of explaining. I feel like I've lost you. I feel like I'm lost without you. I don't know if there is any Jewish, but I'm hearing Julian or Jewish or something like that, but I feel like I'm Jew. Some of you are completely and utterly pregnant and that you are due to give birth, because I'm hearing that there's a lot of Jew energy. So I'm thinking, well, I'm due this, I'm owed this, I am owed and owed and owed and owed money, I'm owed clients, I'm losing, like you really could have something to do around Virgo. Am I winning? Am I losing? I really feel like I'm going to lose you. I really feel like I'm going to lose out. I really don't think that I'm winning. I don't know if I'm winning this battle. Okay, I don't know if someone's dealing with a Cancer battle or around a Cancerian, or like I feel like I'm losing. Because I feel like I'm going to lose you. I don't know if there is someone that is dying or is at hospital. But there's this feeling here of what I'm channeling so far for you, Libra, is that I feel like I'm going to lose. I like it because I'm hearing like I'm going to lose this battle. So some of you, it could be an illness, and I really don't know what that is. So I really do apologise if you are suffering from anything that is very bad, because I'm picking up the very bad things. It also came out through the last reading that I did. I can't remember what reading that was. I think it was Virgo. But very bad things came out there, so a lot of very bad things to expect is what I'm hearing. Like I'm expecting the worst, and I'm expecting them to not receive it very well, that I might be pregnant or I might be losing a child. I really don't know. But I'm expecting the worst. I'm expecting the worst news. I don't know if there is a court appearance a lot of you have got to go to, and you're expecting, because one of these readings they had an accident or an accident. But someone had an accident and they're worried that this person might lose their life. Now, I don't know if there was a car accident that was involved, or it is just representing one Cancer, the sign, to a car or a car accident of someone that could have been in, and they're worried if they're going to lose a child, or if this person is in hospital, if they're going to lose this person altogether. I really also feel that some of this is a court case that you might have coming up, of worrying about losing a court battle, or losing the battle of Cancer, because I keep hearing that I feel like I'm losing. I don't know if there's lost without you is also what I heard. Like I am lost without you. I feel like that I'm going to lose now that I did pick you, and now I did pick you. I don't think that you now pick me. That you went and gone and done something, or the name done, or I've gone to do something, and now because I did that, now I really feel like I've lost you forever. Because I don't know if someone abandoned someone in the past, or they are abandoning somebody, and it feels like that we've lost this band forever. Now, I don't know if this is a ring also that somebody lost, or a friendship ring, or a ring itself, or a 7, but like I've lost 7 days ring, but like I feel like I've lost my ring. I feel like I've lost my earring. I don't know, have you lost your earring? Or my hearing? My earring, my ring, or my hearing. You got different messages for different people. Okay, so hearing here. I mean, sounds like, but like I don't know if I've lost my hearing. I don't know if I've lost my earring. I don't know if I've lost the court appearance hearing that might be coming up, because I'm sure that's called a hearing as well, right? I don't know if I've lost my appeal. I don't know if I've lost my look. I don't know if I've lost my talent. I don't know if I'm losing my good looks. I mean, this is what I've said to a lot of people around Pride, but no one ever listens. I think that I'm losing my appearance. I think that I'm losing my earring, my hearings, my earrings. I feel like I'm going to lose the appeal. I mean, what on earth? I mean, Virgo, they had a lot of strange energy around loss. So I have got to try and work this out, what this means. Well, I'm hearing like a sentence also, like I'm losing this sentence, like I'm losing my words, like I can't think what I'm saying. I don't know if this is also faculty, whether it's anything to do with around children, or like school, or like a school contract, or my faculties itself. Like I think I'm losing my faculties, and there's something like Alzheimer's or something like that, and I feel like I'm losing my appeal. I feel like I'm losing my speech, like I can't speak, I can't talk. I don't know if someone's had anything, injections in their mouth or something, and someone physically can't speak, or I feel like I've done too much. I really feel like that someone's had a load of work done. I think we picked this up before. Like I think I've gone and overdone it, and I've overspent. I've overdone it too much now, to the fact that I don't know if there's swelling of the ears or swelling of something, because I'm hearing swelling. A lot of swelling, like bloating up, or because I'm either picking up that some are pregnant, and obviously you would swell there, but I'm hearing Swaley, the name Swaley, or failing, like something's failing. String of failed attempts. You did have that before, Libra. Sorry, guys, but like I think like my heart's failing, or I feel like I'm gonna fail a test, or I'm being put to the test, but I feel like I'm gonna fail it, or like I don't know. It's just a strange energy of like an X marks the spot, Capricorn. Like I feel like I'm losing my ex. I feel like I'm going to lose my ex. I feel like man, what on earth is all this around losing? Sorry, it's a lot for me to even get my head around it. So, well, I mean, if you've overspent and you've overdone something that much within your karma, and that you had a load of choices but no one ever made up your mind, I told people a long time ago that people start falling off by the wayside and falling out, which is like, well, to be quite honest with you, I don't really want you anymore. So I don't know that the person that you wanted, of realising now I can't have them, that I wanted someone else, but that person now doesn't want me, and I really feel like I'm on my own. Because you do get that, and I have repetitively said this around karmic drama triangles, that when you come to the end of it, okay, which is like, this is the end around gym, or like this is the end of the gymnasium, or the cycle of like, I can't see them anymore because of fitness, sorry about the dog, around like, I don't think that, because when you come out of a drama triangle, I've said to loads of people, if you're in it and no one can pick anybody, and you go round and around and around and around the prickly bush, and you go around a cycle constantly so many times, if nobody ever really picks anybody, by the time you come to that choice and that conclusion at the end, you realise that the choice wasn't even yours at the begin with. So, because it's spirit, they put it together. So it's kind of like, well, I had an expectation, that this was all going to turn out for the best, but it didn't. It actually turned out for the worst. And the person I wanted, that I was first the worst, second the best, is that the person that I was expecting was going to be the best was actually the worst. And because they were worse, it's kind of like coming up for a better for worse kind of energy of a marriage, or something of like for better for worse, which is also like in sickness and in health. So in sickness I will put up with it, but in health it's kind of like people that work for sickness, health sickness, nurses, doctors, that kind of thing as well. But I really feel like that people are losing clients as well than in Clive, or like I feel like I'm losing clients. But I mean, if we look at, for a start, the energy of the third wheel, or the third spoke in the wheel, all this kind of stuff, majority of the time, you know, your karmic cycles of when you deal with twin flame energies is that everybody ends up with nobody. Right, it's because the person goes off with them, you go off with the person that wanted you for a start, they don't anymore, they go off, they meet someone else, and then you end up one alone, ready to meet the person that you're prepared for. Because by the time a third party goes, and it all comes out like Pisces around those, by the time it all comes out, you realise that, okay, they don't even want me anymore, why don't they want me? So you kind of like, well, who do we rely on now? Because we were relying on everything to work out for the best, but it didn't, and now we want the people that don't want us. So you kind of got this grouping of business that could also be here for you, Libra, that seems to be coming up, around that the people that we wanted actually don't want us, and the people that wanted us, now they're kind of going off, and now we're kind of like left thinking, what the hell are we going to do with the company, or what the hell are we going to do with Helga, or Scorpio, or Capricorn, and what the hell are we going to do without them? Like, we need them. But we've played too much of a game, is what I heard. Like, we played too much of a game. We spent too much, or they spent too much. What is this, Libra? I feel like that this. You see, you do that within your karma. You have an expectation. Okay, we're gonna, because I really pick up a lot of double dealing, double-handed kind of energy of like, well, we're just going to pay you under the table cash. And then we're gonna, you know, like over, or someone from down under, like Australia. But like we're playing too much of a underarm, overarm type of. I don't know if any of you have had a hysterectomy or anything, and you can't lift your arms or stuff like that. because I feel like someone's had an operation and they can't lift things anymore because it was to do with weights, or like I can't lift anything anymore because my back's gone, or something, I don't know. But something about lifting. But I am picking up this energy of like we was paying too many people under the table, and now we can't do that. It's something to do around taxes and money. So a taxi service, a Cancerian, or money, or taxes itself, and we can't now afford to pay anybody under the table, or there was too many things that were under the table that were not seen by everybody, and it's a bit like that. Okay, what's under my cloth? Okay, I guess that, and that. You put the table over, cloth over, and there's nothing there, right? So I don't know what this is about, tablecloths or something, but a bit like this, you know, what's here, what's not, flashing. I don't know, but generally we've played too much of a hand, and now the people that were very loyal to us, that could be also around Virgo, these people that were very loyal for us and that were there for us all together, they've dropped off by the wayside, and that they are not there anymore. They're gone, and it's kind of like, well, now they're gone. The people that we were like, I don't know, because I'm hearing the people that we were backstabbing. It doesn't have to be you, but the people that we were banking on that were going to stick around and let us keep doing this, because this could be you here. These people that we were expecting that we were going to let this keep happening, they're now come wise to it. They've gone, and now the people that we need to turn around and look for that were actually loyal for us don't see us as Laura anymore, or don't actually see us as very loyal companions, like a dog maybe, or a cat, or a Leo. But like they don't see us very much of as a loyal companionship or a loyalty to trust. So I feel like there's a lot of distrust that's been thrown around in the air, and I think that, if I'm honest, that come January you're going to have this major karmic cycle around 3, which is around Pisces, and it's also around the school, and also teaching, learning, education, third-party drama triangles, which you never break out of. If anybody has an expectation of, okay, I've took me years to get out of this contract, I'm now going straight into another, that's what you do. Because you go into it with a mother, or you go into it with a partner, or a partnership at work. There seems to be something that's coming up for you around a partnership at work, at looking for partners. I need to partner up with you, or I need to join you, and like I need to find a partner, I need someone for him. I don't know if there's anything to do around a dating website, or something that you run, or like a taxi company or something. Say, I've got this person here and we need to match you up with this person here. I don't know if you're going on match.com or anything like that, but we've got this match and they're mismatched. They don't work. This person here and this person here, they don't get on. So if you're like, say, as a company, and you get people and you say, okay, we've got you and you that need to work together. This person, oh no, they're a mismatch. They don't work well together. So I don't want to work with that person. Sorry, I can't work well with them. And you've kind of got this thing that's going around work of like, well, this doesn't work. It's like, you know, it's not going to work. How are we going to be able to cope now? How are we going to do all this now? Because I don't know if you've lost a lot of clients or about to, because that's what your messages were right from the start, Libra, where it's like, you know, we are mismatched now, where we can't keep up with the workload because we don't have the clients. Like I said, I've been mentioning this in other readings around a taxi company or something like that, where it might have been around, okay, we've got all of these clients, and I did mention this in the spiritual warfare, narcissistic spiritual connection stuff. So if you haven't watched it, please look for it. I think it's called Narcissism, Spiritual Narcissism. Okay, and it's basically just telling you about patterns and my way of looking at it. But generally, what you've done is now you've come to a conclusion of something that you thought was going to work out, but it really may not work out according to plan of what could have been going on. Okay, so sorry to be this like this conduit of where people would blame me, but again, it's kind of like this. We had an expectation that everything was going to work out, but now everybody's gone, and because they're all now gone and they're now left, we are now left with nothing. So what do? Well, we need new clients, we need new this, we need new that. But all of these new things that we need, we really don't know if we can afford it or if we are going to get all of the new in. Because it feels like a major thing that's happening between, well, I kicked on 3, which was school and stuff like that, right? So you're kind of looking at a new contract of people when they start to go back to school after the like Christmas holidays and stuff like that, of people may have either one because I'm hearing seekings, the name seekings, or seeked employment somewhere else, or new employees. Well, I heard, sorry, to rip off. You know, I don't care. But again, like, we're looking for other people to, well, I mean, if your whole cycle, that's learned, you see. If your karmic cycle has showed you around a Michael, or around a cycle of like, we've done this forever, right? And we've had these people work for us, or we've worked for these people, and now people have ended up with no one, and you go to work for a company where everybody's left, well then you've really got to ask yourself, why is it that everyone seems to have left this company? Because if people have left the company, well then you really have to look at, why are they looking for new people, right? So you've kind of got this this energy of like, well, I don't think it was enough, I don't think it was fair, or that there was an affair within your love life, and because there was an affair, now I don't think that I want to go into that, and now I'm going to turn around to the person that I thought was going to be there for me, that was most loyal for me, but they seem to have turned their back now, and I end up with nobody, which is a major cycle. After a major cycle ends, you end up with no one, because you end up with a fresh contract, right? A fresh contract of things that start over. Now, you're coming up against this, I feel, Libra, definitely within January, of a whole new beginning and a whole new world, right? Now, if you are the people, say, that do this and you're cross-watching or whatever, you've got to be very careful around your karma, because if you start this off exactly how you started it before, it's a failed attempt again, right? So be careful about working for these people, because it says, well, what they're saying is if these people haven't learnt anything and you go and do that again, these people are more than likely going to think of themselves, because you got a shellfish, or the name Michelle, or selfish, or a selfie, again, like selfies and stuff like that, of what I keep telling people, don't go and keep publicly putting pictures all over the internet. If people have been doing that around their look and their pride and all those sort of things, and they've never got you anywhere, then please make sure that you look at your cycle. If it's destroyed your relationships and it's destroyed trust and worth and all this kind of thing, then you've got to have more self-respect. It came out in extended readings of what we do go over to, I will explain. You've come out a few times in readings where it's to do with around self-respect and self-worth, and having more self-respect. And you had people questioning, I don't know if I've got respect for you anymore. I don't know if I respect your authority. So it's around court, religion, well, not so much a religion. More to do with, I don't know if I respect you anymore, because I don't think you respect the whole system, is what I'm picking up. Like the sister is, I don't think you respect your sister. Some of you don't get on with your sister and you disrespect your sister. But disrespect sister, that's what they said. I am disrespecting my sister. So I don't know if any of you are getting off with your sister's boyfriend or something like that as well. I mean, that would be a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? It's like, okay, I don't want to disrespect my sister, but I'm going to have to go behind my back and say something as well for a lot of you. Like, I don't want to disrespect her. Some of you are loyal to your sister. It's different, I don't know. But like, I don't want to disrespect my sister, so I'm going to have to go and say something. So if you have brothers and sisters and they're in like these false kind of relationships that you feel is false, well then I would, well they said I would actually take more look at your own. Sorry. But they said, well actually I actually need to look at my own. So I don't know if there's this, no, I'm sorry. I can't deal with that, because I've really got to look at myself. I've really got to look at, okay, someone loves looking at themselves. I don't know what this is for, Libra, but I love looking at myself. I can't help it. Someone loves putting pictures of their self all over the place, is what I'm hearing. Like I said, people base stuff off their look. If you're basing your whole things off your look and you've had a string of failed attempts of relationships, then I guarantee you it is sod all about your look. If you don't have a great quality inside but you have a great look, that's two things that are missing, right? So I don't know, you might have a great look, but when you have a string of failed attempts, you know, people always base things off jealousy. So you've got stereophonics, jealousy, but jealousy, jealous. Okay, gal, some sort of gal. You right there, gal? My gal, Martel. Someone can be from up north and like Martel. Yeah, you're right there, Martel. But yeah, something to do around Michael. So it was around Michael. I don't know. Let's see. What else have we got for you, Libra? God. Steve Vai. For the love of God. Something around Steve, maybe. Don't know. the name V, Vanessa, Waldorf, Vianetta. Just one cornetto, give it to me. Delicious ice cream from Italy. Someone could be from Italy. Italian, some Italian. Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa, Tommy. Rock on, Tommy. What else have we got for you, Libra, very quickly? I don't know. All they keep saying right at the beginning is, we're losing this, we're losing that. I feel like I'm losing, and I'm losing, and I'm losing, and I'm losing, and I'm losing. And what do I do in order to get all of this back? Now I've lost it all. So I don't know if you've lost a load of customers, or you've lost a load of business, and like you own a shop or something, and now because of all of that you've got to open it up and get your clientele back, or you've got to try and get your strength back in certain ways, or try and get a Leo back in certain ways, and I'm now going to have to try and get them back into my life because I've overdone it, and because I've overdone it now I've got to realise that that I actually really need them for something. So you've kind of got this, well, I didn't want you before, but now I do want you, and I really do need your help and assistance for something. And because I really need it, I think that the other people don't really need you. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm hearing. Or it's the other, or whichever way you want to look at it, Libra. Yeah, it like I said, it really seems like this end of contract, end of school term, terms and conditions, that there were terms and conditions to do it, and agreements, but people weren't in agreement with that contract, right? Which means that you could have drawn up a contract, or you can still be drawing up a contract for people and say, okay, I'm going to draw you up a letter, and I'm going to draw you up a contract, and these are your terms. Well, these are our terms, and this is the contract, and I don't think people are happy with it. I don't think a lot of people want to continue on the way they are, and I think a lot of that could be to do with around payment. Okay, I really do. Around like I want paying, and I don't think that that is quite enough. So you really could be working for a company here that doesn't pay you enough money here, or something that you're doing that doesn't pay enough money. Because if I'm honest, it really feels like judgment. It really does. And it feels like that the contract is starting and ending, but it's a whole fresh new way of doing it. And because of that, contracts are now signed, sealed, delivered, and give to people and say, okay, this is going to be your contract. This is going to be the thing that, you know, we want you to do for a whole year, or throughout, you know, if Christmas is kind of gone. Like, this is what we're going to want you to do all year long. And then people are like, no, that's not, I don't think that's really fair. That's not really enough. I really do. But I think that people are going to do it anyway. I do. Because I think there's this, well, you need it. You need it more than we need you. And if that cycle is not worked before, then you're going to go straight back into this again, where we actually need this job and we need this work. And because we need it, we know that you need it. So we're just going to hold fire and hold our guns to know that you need us, so we can just get away with paying you minimal that will now pay us more. And because we've lost a load of things, and because we've lost it all now, we have to gain it because we lost. And because we lost, we're now got to start over again, right? Of a contract all in all. And because we've lost, now we've got to rebuild what we want again. So if these are company owners and they want more, because they always do, people that have businesses, they always want to benefit themselves, you're going to have this selfish energy where you'll do it again. And I feel that these people will fall for that trick again around Journey, or around Pisces. Oh, well, I won't. But again, yeah, around you need us more than we need you, but we actually do need you. So there's this, well, we're going to lie. We're going to lie to tell you that we need you. And then when we get you, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Sorry, but that seems to be... That seems to be that seems to be a lot of questions that are probably going to be answered. A lot of people, it feels like a lot of people have got a lot of questions a lot of questions. Like we've got questions that we want answering first. Before we sign it, we need questions answering. You know, they do. I mean, that's why I left mine. No, there are a lot of things that didn't add up. That's not no one else's business. But that's why I left. Things don't add up. Things don't work out. Don't pay enough. People hold back money. They hold back money, but it doesn't add up at the end of the term, at the end of the contracts. They don't add up. They don't add up. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know, because when you have contracts, you have some people that learn and some people that don't learn. And the people that don't learn and haven't learned enough, they go back into it, you see. They haven't gone back into it. They haven't gone back into it. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people are like falling off by the wayside. They're like, I'm not going back into that. There's no way I want back in. Because it's like, look, we need you to back us. We need you to take a gamble. We've lost. We need you to back us. You know, we need you to support us. And, you know, how are we going to cope without you supporting us? And then people are like, well, yeah, but you're not supporting us. You're not supporting me in the relationship. Or you're not supporting us at all. And if we don't get our support, then we're not going to support you, are we? We're not going to remain loyal to someone that doesn't support us. Because it's a bit like a football team, right? Or a team that gives up because people don't support them, right? It's a bit like Tottenham Hotspur or Liverpool or whatever, or wherever you're from. Here we have football, right? So you have Liverpool, Manchester, Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Tottenham Hotspur, so on and so forth. And it's kind of like this, you know, like this, it could even be something to do with sports. But like, you know, we've lost all our supporters. You know, no one's cheering us on anymore, and there's no supporters, and no one's giving us the attention anymore. We, you know, don't feel like that it's worth us really doing it, because everybody's kind of like gone and not here, and we're going to have to, one, build it back up from the beginning of the start, and either one, do the same thing or change it up, which is give over stuff to them, right? Or give things over, right? But it feels like, well, I don't want to give them over. I don't know if this is anything to do with children and going to court. Like, I don't want to give my children over. I don't want to go to work for some here. Or I don't want to give my kid over. I don't want to give this, because whatever it is, it keeps coming through as I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to go. I don't want to do that. I don't, you know, I'm fed up. I'm sick to death of it. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to keep working for where I'm not getting paid enough. Or like, I don't want to keep being the one that gets lumbered with all the work and no one else is here because everyone else has gone off sick or everyone else is left and they've all realised that, well, this really isn't the job for me. And now the people that are here, they're kind of like, bruv, you've just like dumped us with shed loads of work and where's the extra money? It's like, well, there really isn't any at the moment because we're short-staffed. It's like, well, yeah, sure, you might be short-staffed, but why are you not looking after the people that are actually loyal to you and we are still working here and we're not getting paid enough? So it's very odd. I think that is a main message that's coming out for you, Libra. Of like, everybody else is kind of like learnt a lesson around a company and they're like, you know what, bruv, we're out. Well, it's not the right job for me. We don't get paid enough or I can't afford to work there. So I've got to go somewhere else. So I've gone somewhere else, right? For instance, this person. And then the company's here like, okay, you've got like 600 hours that we need filling up with overtime. Do you want some overtime? And you're like, well, are you going to pay me for it? And they're like, well, we can't really pay you much. We're just going to ask you to do all of this pay. It came out through Leo reading, where it was like taxes and stuff not working. Well, it could be a taxi company, but tax not working up. Like I've done loads of hours, but at the end of it, because this was around climbing the ladder, right? And it was around, like, I've done all of this work, and then at the end of it, I've done so much work that I don't get paid for it, because you've reached your limit of what you can earn, and because you can't earn any more than that, the company hold that back from you and think, well, you can't earn any more than, say, 12,000 a year. In Britain, I think it's 11,500 to 12,000 pound bracket before you go up a bracket, right? So you can earn 12,000 pound in Britain. I think it's gone up to 12. It used to be 11 and a half, and it's gone up to around 12,000. You can earn 12,000 pound below the taxable amount. So if you earn just below 12,000, you don't have to pay tax, right? So you can get a family allowance. If you've got children, you can have children's allowance and so on, and you can use it as a part-time job, right? So when we look at that margin of money, what I feel like is that there is something that isn't quite weighing up, because the boss and the company might think, okay, we want you to do loads of extra hours, but we're actually not going to pay you for it because you can't earn any more than that, because if you do, then we get questioned as a company that want to know, where's, how come you've paid this person above the taxable amount when you're a below the margin of taxable income, right? So as a company, merged business here, they would be thinking, well, we can't pay you any more than that, but we need you to do more work. And if you want more work, then we either one, have to pay you under the table cash for doing it, or if you work for a company that isn't telling you that, they're physically going to talk you into doing a shed load more work for them, but not pay you for it. That seems, well, there you go. There you go. You either work for this company or you don't. But I'm definitely hearing that you work for a company, or this is the company itself and you're watching this, and we are a company, and we can't afford to pay our clients any more money than a sensible income of around £12,000 a year, right? And because we can't pay you any more than that, we actually need you though, right? So we need you to do this work for us, because we are lumped now with loads more hours and contract of people that have learned, that have all fell off by the wayside and thought, well, that's not enough money for us. We've been here for a while, we're off. Or I haven't been here that long, I haven't been paid that much money, it doesn't add up, I'm going to have to do something else, right? So I've gone. So more hours, more contract, company gets under stress. Okay, what do we do with all these hours? Right, we shed them out to everybody else, but the taxable income says that we can't actually pay you to do it. So one, this person's either honest and says, look, we need your help, we can't pay you for that, but what we can do is either one, shove you a few quid under the table, or we're not going to tell you that, and we'll just work it out around the year where you end up losing money, because we'll slowly deduct it, a little bit like BT, major companies of the telephone. Before you know it, your bill's raised up to, like, I don't know, when I first started the contract, my internet bill was, say, £70 a month, and then all of a sudden at the end of the year it's now 85, and I forgot to actually tell them, and I forgot to ring them up, or I feel intimidated the fact that I can't ring up and ask my boss, or I feel like that I don't want to ring the company, or I didn't even notice that that money wasn't there, because it was a small amount that got deducted from my wages each month, and then at the end of it, a big company like BT or EE or places like that, they end up with like shed loads of money, because they've actually started to take pieces of money out of accounts each month, and it all lands up in theirs, right? So what you've got here as a message of company seems to be that someone is tricking and fooling people into working for them, not paying them the right amount of money of what they're really worth, still needing these people to do it, but because I've got them, now they need a job from us because it's the only job that they have. So the ball's now in our court in order to start this off where, okay, we'll put you on start. We've got the fresh load of people. The old load of people have know exactly what we're up to. Okay, the new lot of people, because you're fresh, because you're beginners, we're going to set you off at, say, £70 a month. Right? Is this court or something? But we're going to set you off at £70 a month or £70 a week. Thanks very much, you'll learn on the job, there you go, there's your 70 quid. Compared to the person that left, that was on, say, 140, 150, 180, right? So I don't have to pay that person anymore. So thanks very much, loyal people, for doing your job. You're out, we want someone new that we don't have to pay so much money. Just shove them with it, thanks very much. All of that extra money will go in our pocket, right? So you seem to have that here, working for either a major company, or owning the company yourself, and that's buying and selling of merchandise, but that's not treating people fairly. So that might have been why you had a load of people left. So say if you're working at Tesco's or somewhere, wherever, like a major corporation, and you work for them, it pretty much seems that a lot of people are either one, off sick, off ill, not working there anymore, and they're claiming from the company, because some people, they can get in a lot of, I don't know, because you've got bad company, whatever it is, right? So you just, well, that's your message, bad things. In another reading, Leo, it's now turned into bad company. So you've turned this up now as, okay, so we, I've lost my flow, but like, it really is though. It seems to be that we've got a company, we've got rid of all the people that were very loyal to us for a long time. They've left, and now we can get all the fresh new people in that need a job, and we'll set them off. And then later on, they'll realise that we're not paying them enough money. And then, but that'll be too late then, because that would be a year down the line, and we would have took that much money off them that we've actually lined our pockets full of silver, right? So you've sort of got that in a way. But then, like I said, this could be a big corporation like Tesco's or a shopping company and something like that, and everybody else is off ill, and they're like, oh, that was it. They're all off ill is what I'm picking up, like they're off ill. But you can go to the doctors and you can get, say, a prescription and say, okay, doc, you know, I'm like really ill and I'm really bad. I work for a company, but I need you to give me a sick note so I can keep claiming off the company that I really don't feel like I'm going to go back to anyway. But I might as well milk them for as much as I get. Well, you go ahead and do that, right? It's like, well, I don't want to work there anymore, but I might as well milk them for all they've got because they've been taking me for it for a while as well. So I might as well, I don't know, it depends what company you work for. Because some companies, like I used to work for, they used to say to you, if you have a day off, you're not getting paid. You know, you're not getting paid if you have a day off. But some companies, they do pay you for sick pay. It depends what company you're with. But they're definitely saying that your overall main message is very bad company. Is a very bad company. Or if it isn't to do with your work, it's to do with holding bad company, keeping bad company. So they keep saying bad company, bad company, bad company, bad company. I feel like I'm bad company. I don't want to see you because I feel like I'm bad company. Because I heard, Mama, you've been bad around Goonies. Says around Mum has been bad. My mother's been bad again. I'm sorry, but my mum seems to be bad again. I'm going to have to go and see my mum. Like, she's not holding up very well. There's something going on. I'm going to have to stay at home in order to support her. So some of you are supporting elderly people, and it is a company of that, or these are people that are off sick and they're saying, I'm sorry, but I can't come in because I'm going to have to go and look after my mum, or I'm going to have to go and support my grandparents or something. That is a message that's coming from out here somewhere. Could be one of these people that's fell off the wayside, which is like, I'm sorry, but my families are very ill and I'm going to have to go and support my family and I can't work for you anymore. You kind of got that. Could be you, could be them talking to you here. But I can't do it anymore because I'm going to have to go and see to someone else. Because you got that within love as well, I think. Like, I don't want to see you anymore because I'm seeing someone else. I'm sorry, but I can't now see you because I am seeing someone else. Or I want to see someone else and not you. You've kind of got this energy of someone still being behind you, like Punch and Judy. They're behind you. Someone's behind you still, but I think they're falling off. They're falling out. Like they're like, I don't really care if you turn around or not. Anyway, sorry Libra, that seems to be your not a tarot reading. So to go into your tarot reading now for a bonus, really just for people that are on the full access bundle over on Patreon, I decided to cut these down and do an extended part to this, which is now where I've got two different decks. Some are yes, some are no, some are yes, no. Some are money, career, finances, where it's self-respect, passion, emotional, loads of different things. Yes, no, clear yourself, guard yourself, finances, career, loads of different things. Different questions, different stuff. So we draw a load of these, and then clarify them with a Rider-Waite deck and see what that truly means of other stuff that you've got coming up for January. And it's really just an added bonus for people that are over on the full access bundle over on Patreon. I really do appreciate all your guys' support. I really do, Libra. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for everything else though that does come out, because you have got your tarot reading and the life path reading and stuff like that. Everything is provided below. Okay, I am going to do some videos that I might just leave in there at some point and not put out for guiding and explaining to people. If you want to join Patreon, for instance, once you've joined, download the app, okay, and sign in via the app of Patreon. Because I think some people, they keep following the link, they forget that they've either one signed in with Google or a different YouTube, like say they've got two accounts, say a Gmail and a Google Mail, or a Gmail or something, or different email, and they sign in via that, and then when they go, they forget the fact that they've signed in with that email account, and then they can't see the videos, and they've paid the money to join, but they can't see the videos. That might be because you forgot your password, or your password is different. Because I think Patreon asks you to join in via Facebook, Google, or come up with a password. Okay, so if you are joined, make sure you download the app. Make sure you remember which account it is that you signed into. So every time you use the app, it will pretty much keep you logged in. And then when you go back over there, it will just naturally let you see what tier it is that you're on. Okay. And I think that's, some people have really been getting that mixed up and joined and can't watch it and don't realise why they can't. I think that's probably some of the problem. But you can find all links below to personal readings, stuff like that. It's all in the show more section. Okay, Libra, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.